Dear students, in my previous video, I have taught you uh, Napoleon Napoleon War in Europe. In first one, I have taught you Battle of Trafalgar, and second, I have taught second policy of the Napoleon, that was continental blockade. He wanted to destroy the trade and commerce of Britain, and finally, he was not very success regarding this. And which one very important point is there that I would like to explain today? Confederation of Rhine. What was the Confederation of Rhine? First, a brief example I will give. After that, you will be very much comfortable. Like each and every city, like Gorakhpur, situated at the bank of river. Lucknow is situated at the bank of Gomti, means river. Means each and every city, each and every village will be developed. This is natural truth I am telling, and you can check also. Means Delhi sitting, Delhi has been developed at the bank of river. Haryana will be developed at the bank of river. Ujjain is developed at the bank of rivers. If international, London at the bank of Thames river. You can see all these things. Very natural things are there, and each and every person should know. So likewise, one river was there, Rhine River, in Europe. With reference to the European history, I am talking. And at the bank of the Rhine River, right and left both, many kingdoms were flourished. In each and every kingdom, different rules and regulations system existed, and Napoleon wanted to occupy all small states of Europe and wanted to be boss of Europe. I have already taught you. Napoleon defeated the alliance of Austria and Russia at the Battle of Austerlitz in 1806. He then formed Confederation of Rhine. Initially made up 16 German states, the Confederation was later joined by 19 other Austria and Prussia. However, stayed out of the Confederation. Napoleon introduced the same system and administration here as in the rest of his empire, thereby unifying these scattered states for the first time. The Confederation, which lasted up to 1813, helped the unification of Germany later. Means these all small states unified by Napoleon, means he attacked and made one confederation. And in that confederation, what system existed in France? Napoleon Code. In my previous video, I have taught you. He introduced same system. Means Napoleon Code, he introduced each and every area which he conquered, occupied. With reference to Napoleon Bonaparte, in brief one, I am going to teach you. Give me water, then go. I am going to teach you Peninsular War. What do you mean by Peninsular War? Napoleon attacked the Spain and Portugal when they refused to support the continental blockade. The Peninsular War dragged from 1707 to 1814 and drained Napoleon both men and resources. Therefore, historians refer to this episode as a Napoleon Spanish ulcer. Why? Because if always you people are going to involve in the battlefield, so definitely resources will be also drained, money will be also drained, and human being will be also killed. Means soldiers will be also killed. Now, next war with Russia. In the meantime, Napoleon invaded Russia in 1812 with a huge army. The Russian, however, devised a clear plan to trap Napoleon. What do you mean by this, to trap Napoleon? Russian understanding that, very well knowing that we can't fight with Napoleon because Napoleon army was world class army. But they had one plan: when Napoleon will attack on Russia, so if it will be prolonged, means if battle will be prolonged long time, so when winter season will be coming, so Russian cold will be very chilly cold, so many soldiers will be freezed, and same happened. I am going to teach you. As a Napoleon army advanced, the Russian troops retreated deeper into the interior of Russia, burning their own villages, crops, and as they went, they deny the French army access to food. Napoleon finally reached Moscow, but was still unable to win a decisive victory over the Russian. By the time the bitterly cold Russian winter had set in, and Napoleon ordered his army to retreat, but by this time most of his army persisted frozen and hungry. Just a fraction of the army returned safely to France. This Russian campaign was thus a disaster. See, what was the strategy? Russian had strategy. When Napoleon entered in the France along with the army, huge army, what plan had been made by Russian? They retreat deeper, means they went to inside in their country, and they burn fire their own villages, own green grasses. Why? Because Napoleon army will not get any type of food grains, so horses will not get any type of green grasses. So how horses will survive, how soldiers will survive? And finally Napoleon army was trapped by France. How? So, trapped by Russian. Why? Because cold weather came to existence, and when cold weather came to existence and no any residential place was available, because they burn fire, just I have taught you, and it was a disaster for Napoleon. When Napoleon ordered to return back, so only he returned back along with one fraction of his army. Suppose he went to, one example I am giving you. So according to the contemporary historian, if he went along with the 100 soldiers, so he returned back with along with 25 soldiers. Means many his competent soldiers freezed, or many died by hunger. So Russian campaign was disaster for Napoleon Bonaparte. And last battle, the Battle of Waterloo, England, Prussia, Russia and Austria now formed a coalition. Why? Because they knew this, that after Russian campaign Napoleon was weakened. His army, okay, was weakened, and after that all his enemy joined hand that defeated Napoleon and exiled him to island of Elba. Before long, however, escaped to France, where he ruled as an emperor for 100 days. However, he suffered a crucial defeat in Battle of Waterloo under the Duke of Wellington in June 1915. This time, he was imprisoned and sent to the faraway St. Helena, where he died in 1821. So, dear students, only this much about Napoleon. And Napoleon will be remembered for his unification of Europe. Napoleon was inspired by Alexander the Great to build up unified European empire. Throughout his conquest, he brought scattered area of Europe together under the first French Empire. Napoleon, however, did not limit his vision to conquest alone. He thus introduced a new legal system, Napoleon Code. In detail I have taught you. And in 1804, code based on the principle of French Revolution, French ideology, liberty, equality, fraternity, was introduced to all the countries that he conquered. This led to the unified administrative and bond of unity among all these countries. The code went on to become the basis for the modern European legal system. And one last, his deed is very, very important. Napoleon, that done by Napoleon. Napoleon abolished feudal system. Means feudal system Napoleon abolished because monarchy abolished. So only this much, dear students. And next day I'll come with another video, and in that video I'll teach you about American Civil War. American Civil War in next video I'll teach you. Thank you.